This is a good moment to pause.
Not because you have to,
but because you can.
Christmas is one of the few moments when the world slows down a little. And in that pause, a very simple question becomes visible. Where am I actually going? People talk a lot about goals. Even more about desires. Almost everyone knows the phrase, "Don't chase someone else's goals." It sounds right. Almost like truth. But there is a problem. Almost no one understands what it actually means to feel that a goal is truly yours. Not to explain it logically. Not to convince yourself. But to really see it. People often move toward goals that look correct. Approved. Reasonable. Goals you are supposed to want. And at the same time, they feel tension, exhaustion, and a strange inner emptiness. As if there is movement, but no sense of life. In moments like this, people usually start thinking that something is wrong with them, that they are not motivated enough, not disciplined enough, not strong enough. But the problem is often not bad. The problem is that we rarely learn to look at our desires from the outside. We are used to believing that everything appearing in the mind automatically belongs to us. Our thoughts, our ambitions, our goals. And we almost never ask a very simple question. Where did this actually come from? To avoid chasing someone else's goals, it is not enough to simply want your own. First, you need to see how what you call my desire is formed in the first place. And that is where the next step begins. To be honest, this practice is not complicated, but it is foundational. At this point, you may already have a question, why this practice is called the Resonant Observer. From what we have described so far, that may not be obvious yet, and that is intentional. We are not revealing this practice completely, not because there is something secret, and not because anyone is not ready.
But because some things cannot be understood without direct experience, begin practicing what we have already described, and it is very possible that you will come to understand on your own why this observer is called resonant.
If we see that this truly resonates with you, that you share observations, that there is a real dialogue between us, we will return to this part and open it further. For now, what you already have is more than enough. And from this position, it becomes possible to see clearly what we spoke about at the beginning. Why people so often move toward goals that are not their own. Why desires can look correct, reasonable, and approved, yet bring no sense of life. When you begin observing your thoughts, you notice something important. Those same thoughts can diminish you, and they can elevate you without any real foundation. From these thoughts alone, your inner state can change completely. Confidence rises, falls, shifts constantly, and you begin to see a very important thing. The main manipulator in your life is not outside of you, it is inside. It is the voice that suggests what you are supposed to want, the voice that compares, evaluates, and pushes you toward paths that look right, but are not truly yours. This is not something to fear. On the contrary, this is the moment where real freedom begins, because a person with a stable inner state does not depend on other people's opinions, and does not even depend on the opinion of the voice inside their own head. They simply see, and because they see, they can choose. That is why inner change is always more important than any external goal. Not because goals are wrong, but because without clarity, they are empty. Christmas is a good moment not for making wishes, but for precision, for a calm look inward, and for one honest question. Where am I actually going?